Hello friends, and welcome to the Masters edition of the Dapper Traveler. We just got back from Augusta. We went to the Tuesday practice round, which was awesome. The weather was fantastic, and what a great experience. It was my first time there. It's always been number one on my bucket list, and it did not disappoint. Because we've got so much stuff to go over, we're going to split up the Masters coverage into two different videos. So the first one's going to be really the behind the scenes look of the stuff that you don't see when the CBS has their national coverage, and going into the awesome food options that you have, and then also going into all of the gear options that you have and possibly how much you're going to spend for both of those items. And then the second video is going to cover really the tournament itself. So the logistics of where to park, possibly where to stay, how I got my tickets, strategies on that, and then also once you get inside, where to go and how to approach your day so you get the most out of your time at Augusta National. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is getting all that awesome Masters gear. There are three things to know. The first thing is almost like a public service announcement. You're going to spend a lot of money. Now, I didn't spend a lot of money, but I knew people who did. I mean, yeah, I got this shirt. I mean, it was sunny out, so I mean, you gotta get a hat, right? And who doesn't like a good polo? Well, other than that, we really didn't bite that much. But seriously, how could you say no to this? Yeah, I know, it's great. And then obviously, you can't be a good parent if you don't get both kids hats. Oh, Grace. Yeah. Alright, well, cheers, honey.
Cheers.
Yeah.
To a successful Masters.
To a successful Masters. You know, things really could have gotten out of hand with us spending money there, but the great thing is that we really didn't buy much stuff.
That's what this is about? We spent a ton of money.
Okay, so it's pretty easy to spend money on gear at the Masters. So for example, bought this for a friend of mine, got the hat, which is the exact same hat that I'm wearing, and this was $26. And then we also bought a shirt, nice green with the Masters logo, and this one, because it was a larger size, is $135. So that's over $150 just for a polo and shirt. So granted, you're going to have a ton of different price ranges, but at the end of the day, it adds up. And the other thing that you have to keep in mind is that this is often an opportunity that not many people have of going to the Masters. So you're going to go into that gift shop or the swag area or whatever you want to call it. You're going to be going in there knowing that the only place that you can get this stuff is at Augusta. And so when you're in there, there's a sense of urgency to make sure that this is your one chance to get all the Masters stuff that you could want. And that also helps into buying probably more than what you need. The rumor is that the average ticket for Augusta merchandise is right around $800. A good friend of mine asked a clerk that morning when we were there on Tuesday what was the largest that she had rung up that day, and already that day, and this was really within the first hour, that someone had rung up a bill of $12,000. The struggle is real. So keep in mind that when you go there, you might have been able to get tickets for cheap if you got them through the lottery or if you get them through friends, and you'll find out that the food is very cheap, but the actual gear itself will add up quickly. So the second thing you need to know about the gear is that it's all Masters branded. So you're not gonna have your Nikes, your Adidas, your all the different types of golf apparel makers. You're not gonna have any of those. So the only thing you'll have is Masters apparel. So everything has the Masters label on it, and they make everything, which is why they make so much money off of this tournament, because they control the broadcasting rights and they control every single thing that goes out of that golf course that's sold. All has the Masters branding on it, and they control the entire branding. There are some Peter Millar shirts, but other than that, that was really the only clothing that had a brand outside of just the actual Masters tag. All the hats are Masters tagged hats. And then of course, any of the other merchandise has the Masters logo on it as well. Fan of Nike apparel, you're not going to find it there as far as with the Masters logo. And the third thing that you need to keep in mind is that when you buy it, it's yours. So there are no returns accepted. Now you can't exchange, so you can do that, but once you buy it, you cannot return the item for a refund. So while you're going through the process of freaking out that this may be your only time to buy the gear from Augusta National, on the flip side is that if you buy too much, you can't take it back. And there's one other thing to kind of note on that, is that the recommendation is to always go in and get your gear bought early. And one of the main reasons for that is because every day, once they sell out of a certain size that they've allotted for that day, you can no longer get it. So even though there may be a lot more back in storage for upcoming days, they want to make sure that each day has the same allotment for their gear or their swag. So if you're an extra large male or something along those lines, and you like something that seems to be a pretty popular cut or style, keep that in mind that you may not be able to get that later on in the day. So try to get all your shopping done early so that you can enjoy the course and just not even worry about that. Okay, so next let's talk about the food. Great thing is about the food is that after you dropped about a G on the gear, the food is quite cheap. In fact, it's crazy reasonable. So much so that you really don't even worry about the prices. You just go through and you try as much as you can. So of course you're gonna try the pimento cheese sandwich, because that's a classic offering at the Masters that you've heard about for years. My recommendations is to go with the barbecue sandwich, which is absolutely fantastic, and then the Georgia peach ice cream sandwich, which is also phenomenal. One of the great things about what they do with the food, and really one of the great things about the entire experience at Augusta, is how well thought out every single piece of your experience is. So in this instance, with the food, you go into lines that they have everything set out for you. They have trays with all the different sandwiches already pre-made, ready to go, so you can just go down, grab the different sandwiches that you want. They have drinks already pre-poured, ready for you, so if you want some sort of beer, you grab the beer. If you want lemonade, iced tea, whatever, it's already poured for you, so you just grab that and go. And it is the quickest process through to get food. So instead of other tournaments that you may go to, or other sporting events that you go to where they have food stands and there's just a huge long line, especially at 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that's not the case here. They get you in and out, and it's good food, and you're able to spend less time worrying about that and more time on the course, which is absolutely fantastic. The other good thing is that there's actually a fair amount of places around the course that offer the food. Now, it's always the exact same menu, exact same prices, and it's all Masters branded food, which is awesome to see. Like, the crackers are Master branded, the moon pies are Master branded, candy bars are Masters branded. So a quick tip on the food that also kind of goes along with the gear that you buy is that when you buy drinks, either alcoholic or non-alcoholic, they'll come in kind of a collectible cup. So all the non-alcoholic drinks will come in these cups that actually has the 2018 logo on it. And then all the alcoholic drinks come in the green cups that just have your classic Masters logo on it. But anyways, they're plastic cups that, you know, the drinks didn't cost that much for you, and they're stuff that you can take home with you. And also maybe give away as a cheap gift, or if you feel that you ran out of money buying the gear, at least there's a couple more things that you can get that has the Masters logo on it that really wasn't that cheap and that you're able to enjoy drink-wise and then later on of your experience. All right, so that is the gear and the food portion of our Masters coverage. In a couple days, we're going to come out with a new video that goes over all the other stuff on the tournament. So I hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.